Do you know what it means to be an ISTJ or ISFJ? If you do, then you already know that these two types are extremely similar. They're both introverted, sensing types with a focus on duty, tradition, and commitment. But even though they may seem like open books, there are still a few things about them that most people don't know. These personality types have some dark secrets hidden beneath their calm and collected exteriors. So get ready to uncover the truth about ISTJ and ISFJ. In this video, we will discuss 4 dark secrets your type hides. Number 1. The Guardian. The ISTJ and ISFJ are often called the guardians of the MBTI because they are known for their commitment to duty and their ability to maintain order and stability in their environment. For the ISTJ and ISFJ, rules and laws are not just suggestions, but fundamental principles that must be followed at all times. While this can be seen as a strength, it can also be a weakness, especially when it comes to dealing with change. Both types tend to resist change and prefer to stick to what has worked in the past. This can make it difficult for them to adapt to new situations or to take risks and try new things. Additionally, they may become overly critical of others who do not conform to their strict standards and can come across as judgmental and unbending. Furthermore, while the ISTJ and ISFJ may appear calm and rational on the outside, they can become quite emotional and passionate on the inside, particularly when it comes to defending their beliefs or protecting those they care about. And lastly, although the ISTJ and ISFJ enjoy stability and tradition, they can also be quite possessive of it. They may feel threatened by any changes to their environment and become controlling and manipulative in order to keep everything exactly the way they want it. Overall, while the ISTJ and ISFJ are often seen as reliable and dependable, they also have their fair share of flaws and weaknesses that can sometimes cause problems for themselves and those around them. No. 2. The master manipulators. The ISTJ and ISFJ are often perceived as calm, rational, and objective individuals who make decisions based on facts and logic. However, this is only half the story, as these types possess a hidden manipulative side that they keep under wraps. When it comes to achieving their goals, ISTJs and ISFJs are willing to use any means necessary, even if it means bending the truth or using emotional manipulation to get what they want. They are highly skilled at reading other people and understanding their motivations, which allows them to predict their behavior and exploit it to their advantage. For example, an ISTJ or ISFJ may use a person's desire for social approval or power against them in order to persuade them to do what they want. Additionally, these types are excellent at planning and strategizing, which allows them to manipulate situations to their favor. They are able to think several steps ahead and anticipate potential obstacles, allowing them to avoid being caught in their manipulation tactics. For instance, an ISTJ or ISFJ may carefully craft a plan to achieve their goal, taking into account the reactions of others and preparing for any possible challenges that may arise. Moreover, these types are highly resistant to stress and pressure, which makes them ideal manipulators as they are able to remain calm and collected in high-stakes situations. They are able to think clearly and rationally, even when others are panicking, allowing them to take advantage of the chaos and manipulate the situation to their benefit. In conclusion, the ISTJ and ISFJ may come across as honest and straightforward individuals, but beneath the surface lies a cunning manipulator who is willing to use any means necessary to achieve their goals. Their ability to read people, plan ahead, and remain calm under pressure makes them incredibly effective at manipulating others and achieving their desired outcomes. Number 3. The cold and calculating. ISTJs and ISFJs are often regarded as warm and friendly individuals who value harmony and cooperation. However, when push comes to shove, these types are capable of making cold and calculating decisions that prioritize efficiency and effectiveness over emotions and personal feelings. When faced with difficult choices, the ISTJ and ISFJ rely on their analytical skills and logical reasoning to determine the best course of action. They carefully weigh the pros and cons of each option and choose the one that makes the most sense based on their objective assessment of the situation. For example, an ISTJ or ISFJ may decide to fire an employee despite having a close personal relationship with them if they believe it is the best decision for the company. Similarly, they may choose to end a friendship with someone who they deem as a negative influence despite having shared history and memories together. What sets the ISTJ and ISFJ apart from other types is their ability to compartmentalize their emotions and maintain objectivity even in emotionally charged situations. They understand that while emotions may be valid, they cannot always be trusted, and that rational thought and careful consideration should be the guiding force behind important decisions. By taking a step back and objectively analyzing the situation, the ISTJ and ISFJ can make the best decision for themselves and those around them without being clouded by personal feelings or biases. However, this ability to detach from emotions can sometimes be perceived as cold and uncaring by others, which can lead to misunderstandings and conflicts. Those who are not used to the ISTJ and ISFJ's level of objectivity and rationality may see their decisions as harsh and unfeeling, failing to understand the thought process that went into making them. Nevertheless, the ISTJ and ISFJ remain steadfast in their belief that logic and reason should be the foundation of decision-making, even if it means being labeled as cold and calculated. Number 4. The rebellious spirit. Despite their reputation for being obedient and conforming individuals, the ISTJ and ISFJ actually possess a rebellious spirit that can emerge when they feel strongly about a cause. While they generally respect authority and follow rules, they are not afraid to speak up and challenge the status quo when they believe it is necessary. For example, an ISTJ or ISFJ may work diligently within a company until they reach a point where they can no longer tolerate unethical practices or a toxic work environment. At this point, they may decide to blow the whistle and expose these issues despite facing potential repercussions, such as losing their job. Another example of the rebellious spirit of the ISTJ and ISFJ can be seen in their personal lives. They may choose to go against societal norms and expectations when it comes to important matters such as marriage or career. For instance, an ISTJ or ISFJ may decide to stay single and focus on their career, despite societal pressure to conform to traditional gender roles. Ultimately, the rebellious nature of the ISTJ and ISFJ stems from their strong sense of duty and commitment to their values and principles. They are not afraid to go against the grain and speak up against injustice or wrongdoing, even if it means going against the majority. This can make them somewhat controversial figures as they are not afraid to stand up for what they believe in, regardless of the consequences. It's important to note that the ISTJ and ISFJ are not naturally confrontational or argumentative, but rather, they are willing to engage in conflict when they feel it is a necessary means to uphold their values and protect those they care about. They are not afraid to speak up and challenge the status quo when they believe it is necessary. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos like this. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.